Danny, let's get your thoughts then on the game tonight.
Obviously a sort of bitter pill to swallow, really. I thought we were extremely competitive. I think we created enough opportunities to win that game and we didn't finish, which is something we need to look at. I said to the boys, and the players said themselves, we felt that certainly a number of decisions went against us tonight, but we got to take that away from being reliant on those decisions and finish some of the opportunities that we created, and we failed to do that, really, and that's a disappointment. I think maybe a couple of soft points their way as well that we need to look at, but I still think we're where we need to be in terms of performance, and still seeing plenty of hunger and passion. Ultimately tonight it come down to our lack of finishing ability. We created, like I said, enough opportunities, but ultimately didn't finish and put enough points on the scoreboard.
You probably could argue it's probably one of the tougher tests so far this season against Leinster.
Yeah, it's always going to be, Leinster. Credit to them wherever you play Leinster. It's a very tough game of rugby, as we all know, and it was no different tonight. But I think it shows where we've come, that we can go into a game like that against a very good side, and we always expect to win at home. So we're disappointed, and wouldn't say that we would be accepting or sort of taking on a chin and loss here. We expect to win here, but credit to the players. They definitely stuck in there and fought right to the end, and it wasn't about our effort. It was about us being not perhaps as clinical as we have been to put enough points on the board against a very good defence, it has to be said. But like I say, some of our deep in opposition 22 attack wasn't quite structured well enough and became a little bit scrappy and easy for them to defend. So on another day we maybe score one or two tries, and maybe another day other decisions go our way as opposed to their way.
And I guess they had a particularly strong bench which they used during the game, and they could argue that they sort of influenced a bit of the game with the substitutions.
Well, ultimately, with the amount of injuries that we had in the first half, what happened then was they had a bench to come on and add, and we didn't. Not because our bench wasn't of quality, because our bench was depleted early in the game. By half time we lost Matthew Morgan, Fau Felice, George Earl, Sam Warburton. I mean, if any team, you lose four of your best players in the first half and your subs are on that early at half time or before half time, it's going to have a negative effect maybe late in the game. But what was pleasing for me is I thought Matthew Rees and Rees Gill especially, and Macaulay Cook came off the bench and really added to a forward pack, especially Matthew and Rees Gill, who's gave us a scrum weapon that could have been the difference. Unfortunately, it wasn't. We missed, a couple of points and opportunities off the back of that.